Hafa and welcome to Weekend Edition. I'm Krystal Paco, so glad you could join us. As of today, a total of 15 plaintiffs have filed suit against the Archdiocese of Agana, each alleging they were victim to child molestation decades ago by the hands of church clergy. To ensure such crimes never happen again, the church formed a task force for the protection of minors back in September. Here's an update of their progress. They're almost done with training the teachers and staff at the island's 14 Catholic schools. Next on their to-do list, the parishes.
The task force is moving forward, and we have completed all schools except for one. And now we are regrouping and planning for our presentations in the parishes in the next month.
Sarah Thomas Nedidog is a longtime social work professional. She's also the chairperson for the Task Force for the Protection of Minors, a church-formed task force to strengthen and safeguard Guam's youth from sexual abuse.
The presentations are targeted towards staff and faculty and the administration, and the presentation is designed to help educate those that work in and for the Catholic schools to have a better understanding of the mandatory reporting requirements in terms of reporting child abuse, suspicion of child abuse, and also understanding what the policies are of the Archdiocese, as well as also knowing what their boundaries are, what are safe and appropriate boundaries for persons who work with vulnerable populations like our children.
The feedback from trainings has been positive.
Faculty and the staff at the various schools have been really, I think, very open to learning more about what their responsibilities are. They've, I think, been very receptive to the information, and I think are excited to make sure that they stay within their boundaries and that they comply with the law. So we're feeling more encouraged that now we have a workforce within the schools, the Catholic schools, that are not only informed but really motivated, more motivated to make sure that our children are indeed protected.
Now their work will extend to parishes, working with parish offices to have all ministries involved, from CCD teachers to music ministers and altar servers and lectors. Other members of the task force are clinical social worker Vince Pareda, retired law enforcement officers Ray and Josephine Fernandez, and retired Assistant Attorney General and past public guardian John Weisenberger. In addition, the church has a new sexual abuse response coordinator. To report abuse, Deacon Len Storr can be reached at 727-7373. It's been a few years, but starting Monday, the Guam Housing and Urban Renewal Authority will officially open up the wait list for the Section 8 housing voucher program. Ken Kitsanita has more.
On Monday, our lottery registration process will begin.
It's been a few years since they last opened the wait list, and starting January 9th, GURA will open registration for the wait list of the Section 8 housing voucher program. Unlike years past when interested applicants had to stand in long lines at GURA, this time around, it will all be done online. GURA Executive Director Michael Duenas.
By going through this online registration process, we will be able to select families through a random process. So we may get 4,000 or 5,000 or even 10,000 people signing up, but we will only select 1,800 names off the number of people that have registered. This will be done on a random basis by the computer.
And because it's all done online, this means you can also do it on any mobile device.
If you have a smartphone, you can actually register via the smartphone. The registration site is mobile friendly, and you will be able to register there. You basically just need a Wi-Fi connection to register.
Duenas says it's all about improving customer service at GURA. Registration begins at 8 a.m. on Monday and will close at 5 p.m. on January 13th. Registration will be available in English, Chamorro, Chuukese, and Filipino. Only one entry per family will be permitted. Duenas notes being selected under the lottery system does not necessarily guarantee that you will receive a voucher. Rather, it only means you've been selected and placed on the waiting list. You can also register at computer stations located at GURA. public libraries, village mayor offices, the Salvation Army Lighthouse Recovery Center, DISID, Catholic Social Services, West Care Pacific, Oasis Empowerment Center, DOE Head Start Program, and American Jobs Center. Following the registration period, GURA will publish a list of random numbers on January 20th on who will be selected for the wait list. For more information and to register starting January 9th, visit www.gura.org/lottery. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Ken Quintaniza.
The annual point-in-time homeless count is just around the corner, and the Salvation Army is looking for your help to make sure the event is a success. Isa Baza has more.
They're some of the most vulnerable members of our community, and while you may not see them every day, Guam has hundreds of homeless men, women, and children without a place to call home. Salvation Army Captain Tom Stemball is one of the organizers for the 2017 point-in-time count and said he's reviewed the numbers for 2016.
Last year, there were roughly over 1,000 people that were registered that didn't have a place to live.
Of these, over 900 were unsheltered, while the remaining 100 stayed in public shelters. The annual count provides community organizations with invaluable data and information.
There are some cultural differences, language barriers, what kind of those obstacles that, that they would have to, that our homeless people are facing, that our agencies can come together and help find solutions to correct the homeless situation we have.
However, community support is needed to provide both volunteers and donations. Volunteers can sign up and register for required training that begins January 17 by calling Angelina Cruz at 300-1588. To donate canned goods or hygiene products, you can call Mel Diego at 477-9873.
We're looking for canned food donations, only because we also hand out 300 plus tote bags with food for the homeless that we come in contact with. We just don't want to leave them empty-handed. We want to give them something to let them know we're thinking about them, and as we're creating solutions to help, combat homelessness on Guam.
For more information on the count, which takes place January 27, you can contact MRSA at 475-1406. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Isa Baza.
The much-anticipated teacher contract between the Department of Education and Guam Federation of Teachers could be just weeks away. That according to Guam Education Board Chair Peter Alexisada, who announced the contract is in its final stages. Here's Acting Superintendent Joe Sanchez.
It's substantially completed, I would say 90%. We've put a target date of January 30th to give a substantial report to the board. We should be able to have some drafts to present to them. The biggest area that we have at this point to cover would be duty day. Or if we can kind of take care of that last piece of duty day, we might actually have a completed contract with it being ready to present to the board for approval.
Sanchez says the one point of contention has been the teacher duty day, whether or not it will be included in the contract. However, he said conversations with the union have been positive, and he doesn't foresee any stumbling blocks over the next few weeks. A contract has not been in place since 2011. Congresswoman Madeline Bordallo is humbled to be the recipient of the highest civilian honor by the Navy, the Distinguished Public Service Award. She noted the long-standing and positive history between Guam and the Navy and the U.S. Marine Corps. Quote, "They have been important partners in our community," she said. "I have been proud to support our sailors and Marines during my time in Congress, and I thank them for their incredible service to our nation. I look forward to working with the Navy and all our services to address their critical readiness issues during the 115th Congress," end quote. Bordallo has served on the House Armed Services Committee, providing resources necessary to sailors and Marines to help them defend U.S. interests around the world. Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, we'll rehash some of the big stories of the past week, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers Report.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming, KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Do you want to get discounts at local restaurants like Lone Star, CPK, Capricciosa, Delmonico Kitchen and Bar, Manhattan Steakhouse, Tony Roma's, and lots more? What about 25% off on all natural and organic items at Payless Supermarkets daily? It's all part of Guam's largest rewards club, the Calvo's Lifestyle Club. Join today for free as an added benefit to being a Calvo's Insurance customer. Just show your Lifestyle Club card at over 50 of our rewards partners to start saving more. It's just one of the ways Calvo's Insurance helps you live a better lifestyle.
Two things come to play when talking about mobile data: price and speed. Let's look at what happens when we compare the competition against iTeeny's $80 plan. Docomo's $79 plan comes with 6 gigs. iTeeny's $80 plan comes with 20. GTA's $80 plan comes with 10 gigs. Better, but you get twice as much at iTeeny. iTeeny has the best network and the data to back it up. Get unlimited talk and text and 20 gigabytes for $80 at iTeeny. Oh, and if you bring your own device, get 40 gigs.
If you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth to sleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
Hafide and welcome back to Weekend Edition. This is Rehash, where we recap the big stories of the past weekend. Coincidentally enough, this is actually how we sit in the newsroom. So I speak with Nestor the least, so you're going to go first.
All right. A couple of stories having to do with prices or rates. The Consumer Price Index for 2016 came out and showed that prices increased for the year about 7%, but most of that had to do with the rate increases at the hospital. So accounted for about 6.1% of the price increase. So everything else pretty much remained the same according to the Bureau of Statistics. The second story we did was had to do with the Guam Solid Waste Authority. The federal receiver, GBB, is recommending that there not be any rate increase. They said the revenues that they're currently bringing down can cover operational costs, and they're recommending, good news, don't increase the rates for picking up your trash.
Ken?
Yeah, so a lot of my stories this week pertain to the 34th Guam legislature. As you know, the inauguration was just this past Monday. It seems so long ago, though. And from the beginning, there's already been a lot of drama. They haven't had their official session, like discussing any bills, but during the actual inauguration, there was some disagreement in regards to the standing rules with Senator Frank Uggan and Senator Michael Snicklis, who is the chairman of the Committee on Rules. Senator Uggan had some concerns regarding this new provision that would prohibit people from coming into a senator's office to solicit for assistance. They can do it outside in a parking lot, in a coffee shop, but they just can't do it inside the office. And Senator Uggan had concerns because, you're saying I'm a public servant, that people go and pay for these offices, so why not? But it didn't stop there, because Senator Uggan also had some concern with Senator Snicklis about lapsed funds and the hiring of staff. So they went at it this week. But there's probably going to be more to come, along with several bills that were introduced this week by newcomer Luis Muña and Vice Speaker Cruz. And along, they should be expecting some legislation in regards to draft to recreational marijuana in the next week or so.
Wait, speaking of solicitations, that includes medical fundraisers, maybe soliciting for your kids' sports teams.
Yeah, those are the exact examples that Senator Uggan mentioned, that every day people come into his office asking for this. And if he can't do it, like, what's the point of being a senator?
So if you see them at the store, in the parking lot, now's your time to catch them. Anissa?
Well, speaking of elected leaders, members of the Guam Education Board were sworn in this week, but there was a big twist that people weren't really expecting, which is that member Ken Chargaloff submitted his resignation. So that leaves 2 vacancies at the board because he was an appointed member, but he also wanted an elected seat. So there are 2 vacancies. And it turns out that since there wasn't anyone else on the ballot, Governor Eddie Wazicalvo will have to appoint 2 new members to the board. Another revelation is that new chairman Peter Alexis Addis said they will be revisiting all litigation, which of course includes the controversial John Fernandez case. So we'll see where that goes in the next couple weeks.
And that's the whole new board. That's all those that ousted John Fernandez are now out.
Most of them. There's only 1 remaining.
Who's that?
Lucy Nicholas.
Lucy Nicholas, okay. And as for myself in court, I'm actually following up on a very big story, which is interesting because I didn't think it was a very big deal, but it is because it's connected to the death of Brian Cruz. If you know Brian Cruz, he was a local bodyboard, beloved bodyboarder. He passed away back in October after he was found unconscious in the back of a car. He was allegedly punched by one of his friends, and they had put him in the back of a car and went to Linda's Cafe to eat, and that's where a riot broke out. So the men allegedly involved in that riot at Linda's Cafe, they're standing trial this week. They stood trial this week, and trial will continue on Monday. But surveillance footage actually is the most interesting. So we got to see who threw the first punch. And it's not any of the men charged in the case. So for more on that, you can log on to KUAM.com. I covered that story on Friday. And if you want to reach any of us here at the newsroom, maybe you have a news tip, you can message us at Facebook, on our Facebook page, KUAM News, or you can email us at reporters@KUAM.com.
The Down Syndrome Association of Guam exists to support families of individuals with Down syndrome. We're a group of parents who have children with Down syndrome and know the joys and challenges of raising them. For more information about the health, development, and education of a child or adult with Down syndrome, please contact Vicky Areola at 472-6114.
Today, welcome to Cars Plus. Cars Plus uses Shell lubricants for all our oil changes. Enjoy the convenience of the Cars Plus Express lane and the comfort right here in our waiting room. For over 10 years, Shell lubricants have been the world's most recognized brand. Why pay more at another dealership using a less preferred brand? Factory, warranty-compliant oil changes available with Shell lubricants right here at Cars Plus, and for all makes and models. For a limited time, get the Shell Helix Semi-Synthetic Blend Oil Change and receive 20% off and a $5 Beauty's gift card. There's no appointment necessary. Visit Cars Plus Express Lane today and see why we were voted Guam's best in 2016.
The Shop Guam E-Festival is back and better than ever. GVB has teamed up with over 100 Shop Guam vendors to give you access to hundreds of deals and discounts. Download the free Shop Guam mobile app and get real-time alerts on offers nearest you to dine, shop, play, and save just in time for the holiday season. Download the app now and start taking advantage of great deals. The Shop Guam E-Festival is a GVB signature event, making Guam a better place to live, work, and visit.
Get ready to take flight at the 2017 United Airlines Guam Marathon, April 9th. Register now for the 5K, 10K, half, and full marathon. 4 races in one great event. Run in paradise with thousands of local and international runners. Enjoy new features such as the Hop a Day Expo, the Barbecue Beach Party, and the upcoming Runners Perk program, Eat, Shop, Run. Learn more. Visit our Facebook or Instagram and register now at UnitedGuamMarathon.com.
This is what precision sounds like. Sound dampening technologies like triple door seals that help keep outside noise out.
Boy, talk about getting out of a tight spot.
Introducing the midsize pickup only GMC could build.
In more ways than one.
The finely crafted 2016 Canyon from GMC. This is the precision of professional grade.
Officer Paul Tapao from the Guam Police Department is in studio, and we are talking about ways that your police department is helping you stay safe as a community member in the new year. Officer Tapao, Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year. We're here. Thank you.
And 2017 means a whole bunch of different programs that you find folks at GPD are launching to help us get involved with keeping the community safe.
Yeah, absolutely. 2016 was a great year for us. Prior to the closing of the year, the Guam Police Department had launched the Mandania Initiative, where we're putting the officers back into the community. And that's one of the simplest small steps in which we're taking into the upcoming new year. So we're anticipating more officers re-engaging themselves back into the community.
And what can we do as citizens to help? Because you always talk about, like if you see something, say something, there's that program, and a lot of people get involved with that. But what more can we do to help you do our job? Because we certainly are the beneficiaries of it.
And the beautiful thing about it is that, again, we're reaching out to the community, and we have other community initiatives such as a neighborhood watch program, and we talk about this every time, and we talk about the importance of a neighborhood watch program. Partake in a neighborhood watch campaign in your village. We're spotting neighborhood watch programs throughout the island, and come 2017, you're going to see a great number of villages are going to be actually organized and having a full-fledged neighborhood watch program. So from the community standpoint, reach out to your village mayors, reach out to the precinct commanders, and just partake in anything that deals with crime prevention or partnership towards crime prevention, such as a neighborhood watch program. So we're really engaging the community, and this 2017, this one full year, we're actually going to be working at establishing the whole island as a neighborhood watch program.
And you've been telling us throughout 2016, probably the theme that you've been repeating over the last 12 months is, it's your community, it's your neighborhood, it's your street. You should take responsibility for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the COPS program and the Mandana Initiative, we're giving that to the community. The Guam Police Department, Chief Cruz has reiterated time and time that we're here for the community. This is the people's police, and we're looking forward to 2017. We're looking forward to this year because we have a lot of initiatives that are going to be coming out, and you're going to be seeing a lot of outreaches. You're going to be seeing a lot of different community involvements with other cultures and ethnicities, and actually re-engaging them again with the police. So we're really excited about 2017.
All right. Well, speaking of the community getting involved, what can we do to help you with this week's Crime of the Week?
This week is a crime. This crime report is actually a robbery that occurred during Christmas, and we're asking the community, especially our villagers and that if they have any information, please utilize the Guam Crime Stoppers program.
All right, everybody. Here is the 411.
On Sunday, December 25th, at about 7:30 in the evening, officers from the Dededo Precinct Command entertained a robbery complaint that occurred at the Dededo cockpit. Now, according to the police report, the victim was walking towards his vehicle within the parking lot area of the cockpit when he was approached by an unknown male who was brandishing a black handgun. The male suspect then demanded money from the victim, in which the victim immediately acknowledged and handed the individual an unknown amount of cash. The suspect was last seen running towards the northeast jungle line of the parking lot area. The victim only described the suspect to be male Micronesian, possibly in his early 20s, and he was last seen wearing a black jacket with dark shorts and a red bandana covering his face. Now, the Guam Police Department and the Guam Crime Stoppers need your help in reference to this robbery that occurred. If you have any information about this crime or any other crime, please call Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. That's 477-4357. You can also send a text to 486-HELP. That's 486-4357. You can also submit information of a crime through our webpage at guam.crimestoppersweb.com or call the Guam Police Department at 475-8615, 6 or 7. Guam Crime Stoppers wants to remind the public that we do not use caller ID and you do not have to leave your name. You can receive a cash reward of up to $1,000 if the information provided leads to the arrest and conviction for the person or persons responsible for this crime or any other crime.
All right. So once again, we hope that community effort will help solve this crime, help bring some justice to some people, because to happen around Christmas, I mean, that's really, really unfortunate.
Yeah, it breaks my heart when I read reports about, events that are supposed to be special or days that are supposed to be meaningful, and, victim falls prey to, senseless crime. And this is where we ask the community, get involved, get to know your neighbors, know their precinct commanders, know the different precincts, utilize the Crime Stoppers, visit our webpage. We have a lot of information out there for the community. And, like I said, we want to be a part of the community.
All right. And we greatly look forward to working with you in the new year. So Happy New Year to you and your family.
Happy New Year.
It's always been a pleasure working with you.
Absolutely. I enjoyed, the full year again with you. Looking forward to 2017 with you again.
Let's keep Guam safe.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. God bless.
Thank you. Stay tuned, everybody. We are back.
Q50 holding short runway 19 right. Q50, do you copy? 227, runway 19 right. Roger that. Q50, clear for takeoff? Clear for takeoff.
The 2016 Q50 from Infinity.
Tourism is Guam's #1 industry. It creates jobs and brings in spending. When a visitor comes to Guam, they spend their money on hotels, on transportation, on shopping, on dining out. They're happy they came to Guam. You know who else is happy? The hotel they stayed in and the bellman at the hotel. The tour bus drivers and tour guides. The stores they shopped at and the banks they used. The restaurant and the waitress. The supplier who delivered the ingredients. And the farmer who supplied the produce. From real estate to retail, tourism has a positive impact on every industry. When tourists pay taxes, it means locals pay less. Let's make sure our local economy grows so it becomes strong and healthy. Make Guam a better place to live, work, and visit. Support tourism.
Hafide, welcome to Cars Plus. Cars Plus uses Shell lubricants for all our oil changes. Enjoy the convenience of the Cars Plus Express lane and the comfort right here in our waiting room. For over 10 years, Shell lubricants have been the world's most recognized brand. Why pay more at another dealership using a less preferred brand? Factory, warranty-compliant oil changes available with Shell lubricants right here at Cars Plus, and for all makes and models. For a limited time, get the Shell Helix Semi-Synthetic Blend oil change and receive 20% off and a $5 Beauty's gift card. There's no appointment necessary. Visit Cars Plus Express Lane today and see why we were voted Guam's best in 2016.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
It's your last chance to save big during the Triple J Auto Group's Absolute Year-End Clearance. Get unbelievable savings on all remaining 2016s, plus many 2017s. Take advantage of our lowest prices of the year on Hondas, Acuras, Fords, Mazdas, Lincolns, Volvos, Kias, and used cars. New cars as low as $80 per paycheck, and used cars as low as $68 per paycheck. Every customer receives a free gift. Visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group, customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club. Celebrating this weekend, happy birthday to you, Alex Tanayan, from Dad and the family. Happy birthday, Tommy J. Tapasnia, from your family. Turning 17, happy birthday, Shanae Jayan Munoz Martinez. Happy 17th birthday from your family in Guam and Nevada. Happy birthday, Julie Ama Maatnyao, from Jaden and Nani. Remember, you can be part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching and have a safe weekend.
Closed captioning is brought to you by IT&E Life in Motion.
the stations of KUAM, wishing you and yours a very happy holiday.
Rehash 2016, presented by the Guam Power Authority.
All right, time to rehash the top 10 stories of 2016. It was a busy year. Let's get right to it, beginning with number 10 on our countdown, the Hemlani Harmon Apartments.
And I actually covered this story, and it's interesting because this is down the street from our Harmon studios. And the incident here was an individual at the Harmon Apartments. They assaulted a police officer, and ultimately this led to like a whirlwind of events after. This led to what we believe is deportations and commuted prison sentences, and we're seeing over a dozen individuals deported and commuted as a result, not just from Hemlani Harmon Apartments, but overall in the community. We're trying to lower down the prison numbers, trying to make Guam Street safer. And so yes, the Hemlani Harmon Apartments, again, next door. The police officer was assaulted. Again, there's also other programs. There's a Neighborhood Watch program. Now, there's good news. There's resolution out of this story. There's the Neighborhood Watch program. There's also the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Guam who are getting involved.
Number 9 on our countdown was the bomb scares that plagued all public schools, and then it moved into commerce. Some of the hotels and the malls were evacuated. I remember that so vividly because I was actually, once I posted something online, another bomb scare was called in, and it led to a meeting that the media had with the FBI, and then we also did a special on KUAM TVA.
And that's another thing that kind of just escalated because it started out really slow and just a bomb scare or a bomb threat found in the girls' bathroom, I think it was, at one of the schools. And then next day another school, and pretty soon it was dozens and dozens of schools and shopping malls and hotels. So also escalated. But then there was that resolution at the end also.
Number 8 on our countdown, senatorial races.
Yeah,
it seemed like it wouldn't go away.
It was actually last year when they voted down the proposal to cut senator raises, and what a difference a year makes, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks after the election, senators reconsidered the bill again on session floor, and surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, it passed overwhelmingly. There was some debate. Some were saying it didn't impact the election, but it seems like that's what it was everyone was talking about this election season. So the raises were reduced to $55,000 to what they were in 2010. It still waits the governor's signature, but it seems like with the overwhelming amount of support by the senators in the legislature that it most likely will go through to the next term.
All right, well, let's take a look at those stories.
In June of 2016, 2 police officers were attacked when they responded to a report at Hemlani's Harmon Apartments. The incident was the beginning of bringing change to what had become a haven of criminal activity.